welcome back again, and we continue with the ABE updates. This is the last one from June, and it's the short one, and it's from Tuesday the 28th of June. You see, what we do so feel you will find intriguing in this position of point, if you will, is of putting one to sleep to wake one up. But you see, this is the nature of your upside down and inside out of being. You see that you have to wake up, shake up to this physical experience to somehow snap out of it. Be intrigued by the practice that puts you to sleep to wake you up. For in this position there is a conscious connection between the conscious and unconscious mind. So it's a short one. Of course, here ABE is saying quite directly that our perception or nature of reality is upside down and inside out. That we don't have a correct perceptive cognition about our state of reality. So we're upside down. And in order to shift our awareness or to gain more expansive consciousness, we have to wake up and shake up in this physical experience. We have to snap out of it. We are in a kind of trance-like state or kind of programmed sleep, which is nothing new, because we've been told, in many ways, that humanity is asleep. We are the waking dreamers, as it's said. But it's another nudge to get us to kind of realize that we do perceive things back to front, upside down, inside out in our reality. And it seems that the external apparatus is there to maintain that upside downness. But he says, be intrigued by the practice that puts you to sleep to wake you up. And actually, we need to be in the state we're in order to be awoken from it, detached from it. So there are intrigued by the practice that puts you to sleep to wake you up. So in fact, some of those elements that put us to sleep can also be used to wake us up. And I think that's also the neat trick, because whilst there are forces putting us to sleep, those very forces can also awaken us, which is happening now in the world. There is greater events happening in the world that are trying to kind of manage our consciousness. But by seeing those events, we're increasingly aware of our state, and sometimes they are jolting us out of our sleeping state. So there's this kind of relationship between sleep and awaking, and we need the both of them to be able to catalyze our awakening. There's a conscious connection between the conscious and unconscious mind. The unconscious mind is there all the time. We can say it's the same consciousness. We're just not aware of it, so we call it the unconscious. But it's there all the time as consciousness. We exist in a thin slither of restricted conscious awareness, and what we're not aware of we often call the unconscious, but it's just consciousness that we're not yet aware of. And so there's a connection with that, because it is from the same thing. And so really, being asleep and being awake, we can say, is a similar thing. It's just a different aspect of the state. Same as materiality and non-materiality are different aspects from the same state. So we need to be aware of one in order to shift to the other. And we need to go through that by shaking us up in this physical experience. And maybe some of the events we're going through now in life will create that shakingness environment where we be jolted into perception or greater cognitive awareness of our human condition. Okay, so next time we'll be moving on to July. Okay, cheers.